at the Red Bull Ring of all tracks. We got Neo the Door currently on pole position. As I was setting up the stream, I was sort of watching the timesheets, and I noticed Bats Plus had set a 103.5 on medium tires, which is a very impressive lap. But it looks like he's going to try and beat Neo here. I didn't know Neo was that quick. I knew he might be one of the quicker drivers in this year. I've never seen him race before, but he set a 103.1 on his first lap. Wow! I'll tell you what, pretty impressive from him. We'll see if he has the race pace though. That's the real difference maker, really. That's what I'd call. That's what I'd say. I'm a bit rusty as a commentator. I'm getting the stream link out here for everybody at the moment. But Neo, he's I'll go on board with Bats Plus right here actually. What up? I'm probably gonna turn the tires off for now because that dashboard is very obnoxious and it takes up half the screen. But Bats Plus coming up towards turn 9 here, the double right-hander. Oh my gosh, he missed it completely. But he doesn't get an invalidation because he's slowed down, unlike last year's game where you would get an invalidation in that situation. He still manages to improve by a tenth of a second, but Bats Plus would be looking for more there for sure. Oh my gosh, does he spins it? Oh, yeah. He saved them from being a worse spin by jacking up the throttle. He's able to spin it around. Or he would have ran right into the wall, probably. London Glaga, co-champion of the WSR Junior Tier in Season 1. He's at turn 3 right now. Really struggling for power out of that corner. Now we're heading down towards turn 4. You can lock up really easily into this corner. I haven't played this game in a month, so I really can't remember. I don't really know much about these tracks, but I do know from last game that corner you can lock up very easily into. Turn 5 for London. Could have taken a bit more of an aggressive entry, but same through here. I know that corner you can struggle with entry a little bit because the car wants to bounce out from experience. We go on board with Neo the Door. He's down 7/10. To Pastor, P3 in the championship last season, technically P4, but he got the P3 prize, which will be given to him pretty soon. His Amazon gift card. We'll see if he can do anything this season. But he's about to finish his second lap, I believe, as GT88T has been disqualified for blocking the pit lane, apparently. Not sure if that's a glitch. But here comes to Pastor up towards the line. Is it going to be a 102? No, it won't be. It'll be a 103.3, putting him up in the second position, as GT80T actually has been disqualified. Wow. Neo the Door on his lap. He's already invalidated though. So that invalidations could be an issue too. Shahomi goes up into 5th. We got some comments coming in. I'll check that on my phone. Lange on a lap. We know Lange is very quick in the junior tier last season. He was on pole, I think, for a few races, P2 and P3, but he could never get done in the race. He crashed a lot. As he comes up through turn 5 now. I think it's turn 5. I'm going to have to check the track layout again, but here he comes through this corner. I think it's turn 6, man. You really struggle for entry there, as you see, Lange goes for a spin, and that's what I was talking about. Lange wrecks a lot, and that's why he didn't compete for the championship last season. If we took all the points from quali, like 25 for first, 18 for second, Lange probably would have won the damn thing. Would have been him or J7. But Lange could never get it done in the race, man. And it doesn't look like that's changed this season. But maybe I'm wrong. You never know. Matthew Hero's on a lap. And the Williams, his teammate, I believe, is not here today? Or he might be, yeah, his teammate's Giabu, actually. He comes through turn 4 now. It's looking pretty tidy from Matthew. Matthew is a very passive driver. Doesn't like to be very aggressive, making moves or during qualifying. He's a bit of a... He likes to use the medium tires for quali. I don't get why when you're starting P8, what's the point of using mediums? But, I mean, it's up to him. As he comes through turns 9 and 10 now. He hooks it up pretty good. Could have been a bit more aggressive through turn 9. Turn 10 was done perfectly for Mathieu, especially on these medium compound tires. But he's only 11th. That's the problem, you see. He might as well just go out in the sauce, and he'd probably be P4. And do you really want to get rid of that track position just to start on a better compound tire for the race? I don't think so. And I believe the strategy here is soft, medium, medium, soft. I could be wrong. You might be able to use hards here too on this game. I know in last game, if you used hards, you were fucked. Like, just straight up fucked. You did not have a chance at all of doing anything. J707J is in 13th right now. He was the co-champion of the WSR Junior Tier in Season 1, and he won last season. As Maldonado gives him an excellent tow coming up the hill. J7's up about a 10th through the first sector. Now we'll come down towards turn 3, or turn 4, sorry. Technically it's turn 3, because turn 2 really is in a corner. But he takes that pretty smoothly. I think J7 has a chance at this championship. He's just going to be consistent. He makes some mistakes sometimes, and a mistake like that, going out that wide, will certainly not help him. He's going to go wide here too? No, he won't. You see, if you go wide on the entry, you'll be wide on the exit through that corner. If you go tight on the entry, you'll be tight on exit on that corner on this game with these physics. They're very weird, but oh, he botches the hell out of that corner. Somehow keeps it valid. We are running strict here. I thought about doing regular, but too risky. J7 goes up into 5th. That tow helping him get by Maldonado, but that second to last corner blunder cost him potentially 2 positions, 3 positions. Maybe he could have gone up to Pastor and Bats Plus, but I think it's unlikely. Galaxy ARAM, he has completed his lap. Galaxy, pretty good driver. Can get a top 5 on any day of the week, really. But he's never really in race-winning contention. He goes up into 7th, about 6/10 behind the other door. Fortunately, we only have 14 drivers this week, but these guys are pretty closely packed. I know it's Austria, so the time gap should be a little bit less. But considering we move back to a one-tier system, at least for the first half of this game, I'm pretty pleased with this. Because you'd think the gaps would be bigger, since we have guys like Tapasser and Bats Plus who are Tier 1 staples in last season. And they were, I think Tapasser and Bats Plus both won a prize for 2nd and 3rd. So they're the creme de la crop of Tier 1. And we got almost everybody else from Junior Tier, except for Neo the Door, who's a new driver this season. Yep, everybody else. Aston Masters GT, Matthew Hero, Lane, Shkiabu, Fudge, Shahomi, Galaxy, Maldonado, J7, London, we're all from the Junior Tier. And then we have 2 Tier 1 drivers, and then we have a new driver, Neo the Door. Who I had never heard anything about, but apparently he's pretty damn quick. As here comes Bats Plus through the final couple corners. You can extend the corners a little bit more in this game. I think Bats is going to take pole here, though. Yes, he is. A 1 of 3 flat for Bats Plus. That puts all the pressure on Neo the Door. Bats Plus is a reserve driver, though. Keep that in mind, but his points will still count, as per WSR rules and regulations. Tapasser, he said he was a bit slower on this game, but that's not showing yet. He is currently in 3rd position with a 1:03.3, 3/10 back from Bats Plus, but anything can happen in the race, really. I mean, you could have some guy send it into turn 3 to the top of the hill. He causes a huge wreck. I hope that doesn't happen, but watch it happen. I think it will. There's going to be a big crash at some point. Mark my words. It's the first race of the season. But you can see that these faster guys know how to hook up turn 6 really nicely. Could be turn 7, I don't know. But sometimes they mess up this corner, but Tapasser's nailed it perfectly. A little bit slower than Bats Plus, but he still nailed it. And he's coming up to the line now. Can Tapasser take pole? Only improves by less than a 10th, 3/4 of a 10th. Improvement by the Mercedes man. But Neo the Door is down on his lap. Oh, and he's going a bit wide there. He's not taking... Yep, he needed to get tighter on that entry if he wanted any chance of getting the pole time. Neo the Door finishes a 10th back, and it seems like if he nailed that, he probably would have had pole, I think. So Neo came out guns a-blazing, but he couldn't finish it off. And to be the champion, you need to be able to finish it off. But it is the first race of the season. A lot can change in the next 15, 16 weeks, I believe. The season is... hold up. It's about 16 weeks long. Yeah, 16 weeks with 2 weeks off. So, yeah, so 14 races. We started Austrian and we finished at Silverstone with hopefully Imola the week before, but we'll have to see about that. Shouldn't really be on board with Xiaomi here. We're going on board with Giabu. Giabu's improved. Giabu was very quick on the last game. He's gotten a few wins in junior tier before, but it's not really shown here. He's in 11th position. Him and Matthew Hero at the back of the field right now. We got two Williams near the back, an Aston Martin and a Haas. So, sort of reminiscent of real life. We got a Ferrari on pole and then an Alpine. Mercedes, that's not really realistic, but feels like the Hungarian GP it sort of would be. As Giabu goes up in the 7th and then pushes Fudge into as a drop zone. I guess that's not really a drop zone, but Fudge will get a free choice of tire, which he might actually benefit from. We'll see. But we got two guys in the pits, and that is quali over, ladies and gentlemen. Oh wait, how did Neo take pole? I didn't see that. Sorry, but apparently he got another lap in. See, on this game, you have enough ERS to do two hot laps back to back. Impressive. Took pole. Hey, I'm not complaining. That's going to be a nasty battle for the lead. In a good way, of course. I'll check the comments now. My phone has 7% battery left. You miss me, Flip Flop? Yeah, I miss you, Seffi. Of course. You should come back for a guaranteed safety car. Tis Eric. Start here, soft medium. It makes sense. Is that all the comments? Predictions for the race. Post them in the comments. Winner gets a free cookie. Finance. Simon Lass. I wonder who that is. Alright, so, ooh, yep. We'll have to go through the grid on the formation lap. Sorry. Well, I was checking the comments. Stuff I can be an nonce at some points. He wrecked every race. I think he did it on purpose at some point, man. It seemed like it to me. What do you guys think? Why can't I see all the comments? I gotta hold up. I'm gonna check on my PlayStation because it's not showing all the comments in the feed. Okay, yeah. Winner gets a cookie. Alright. For some reason all the comments weren't showing up. My game audio is very low on my headset. Hopefully it wasn't affecting you guys in the stream. Hopefully I'm not. Hopefully I'm not like the only one talking, and you can't hear any game audio. Times, yeah, they are always closer here, Bats. You're correct about that. But the formation lap has started here. We'll get the tires up for at least part of it. I don't like it because it takes up too much of the screen. But we got Neo the Door on pole position. Bats plus in second. Tapastra in third. Leniguaga in fourth. The Brazilian driver. And I gotta turn down my headset now. That was way too loud. The McLaren boys, J77J and Maldonado off in fifth and sixth. Giabu in seventh, leading the Williams team. Galaxy Rim in eighth. Masters in ninth. The reserve driver. Can he do anything today? We'll find out. Xiaomi in 10th. Then they got the runners starting outside the top 10 on different tires. Compounds. We got Fudge on the mediums, Lange on the mediums, Matthew Hero on the mediums, and GT88T starting on the hards in the Haas car. So that is your grid for you guys. We got some different strategies here from the guys outside the top 10. We'll see if GT88T can go probably 28, 30 laps into the race and then put on the sauce for the last couple laps. We'll see if he can get the fastest lap or two. I think he can, because the tire difference is enough here. From what I've heard on this game, the tire difference is very large. But I could be wrong about that. Maybe my sources are wrong, who knows. But we are getting ready to start WSR Season 5 of Tier 1. The Formula World Championship of 2021 in WSR. Starts right now, and in 15 weeks' time, we'll be at Silverstone for the final race of the season. And it'll fly by, I guarantee it. Before you know it, it'll be November. We'll be done with the season. Incredible, you know? It's August right now, though. very early in the game cycle, and a lot can change throughout the season. So whoever wins this race, they might not win again. Who knows? Time will tell. As we see Neo and the other drivers getting lined up into their grid positions here. We'll go on board with Bats Plus to see what type of start he gets in comparison to the Ferrari driver. We'll turn off interval, everything, so you guys can get a clean view of the start. As we are getting ready for the 5 red lights, we have 5 red lights away for the drivers. And away we go, and Bats Plus gets an excellent start into the overtake towards turn 1. Can he get the jump on Neo the door? Will Neo turn in on him? Oh, Neo's going to have to go a bit wide there. He might get a warning for that, as Bats Plus is taking the lead up towards turn 2 and 3. And Tapastro's following close behind. Then further back, there's a mishmash of drivers, as Neo the door's trying to sneak around the outside. He's going to lock up a little bit. He's going to go a bit wide, but Bats Plus is going to leave the space of the American driver. Neo the door currently alongside. We got a spinner in the back of Acid Masters. Down the hill into turn 4. Will anybody lock up? No! Neo the door's going to go round the outside Alex Albon style. But Lewis Hamilton, Bats Plus is going to hang it on the outside there. Neo the door, oh, you're really pushing it here, buddy. But he might be able to get by. I think Bats is going to have to back out of this. Yes, he is. Oh, he almost went wide. But Bats Plus is still almost alongside Neo the door. Neo the door up in the first position, though. Further back, Leniguaga still in 4th. We got some contact in the back. GTA DT, unfortunately, has spun the car. And that has really ruined his alternative strategy of the hard compound tire. We'll get the tires up now. As we end lap 1, Neo the door is currently in the lead, and we still have game glitches from the last game. Why is Neo the door in 5th? Who gives a damn? Because Bats Plus is chasing him down. I'll find the closest battle for you guys momentarily once this grid fixes itself. But the top 3 are probably going to separate themselves from the rest of the pack for sure. J707J in the slipstream of the Brazilian man, Guiabu. Not going to be able to make a move yet. Bats Plus keeping Neo the door within the second he needs to keep his DRS. Hopefully the intervals reset themselves at some point so we can see the time gap expanding or contracting. Neo the door really looks quick though right now, but he could be using a lot of his ERS. Yes, he has. Neo the door's used a ton of his ERS in comparison to Bats Plus. We'll put the telemetry on real quick. 78% compared to 46%. That's a huge difference. Oh my gosh, there's a big wreck back there. Maldonado and Lange look to have been involved. Maldonado might have spun coming out of the final corner. But here comes Bats Plus to take the lead from Neo the door up towards turn 3. Nicely does it. And I thought Neo the door was pulling out a gap, but Bats Plus had that huge advantage on ERS, and he was able to make the easy move on the Renault driver, or Alpine driver, sorry. Xiaomi has crashed. We've got a lot of spinners, as I was expecting. I told you guys, it's the first race on the new game cycle, and we got a virtual safety car ready on the standard safety car setting. We didn't want to go with increased or decreased. We just want to keep it the same. Because I'd say it's a good balance. I mean, sometimes there's obnoxious safety cars, but sometimes there isn't. So, I mean, it keeps it fair for all the drivers, really. Increased would just be annoying. Alright, as DRS has been enabled and we complete lap 3 of this race. Neo the door's almost lost the DRS already, and Tapastro's 1.5 seconds further back. It's J707J, he's going down the inside of Leniguaga into turn 1. Makes the move. The McLaren driver there, but the Aston Martin's going to get back into the slipstream. Leniguaga, the Brazilian driver, heading up towards turn 3. Will he be able to make the move in the slipstream of the McLaren? He's going to try and dart to the outside. Further back, Fudge is making a move on Guiabu, and we got another collision. Maldonado off has actually spun on his own. Leniguaga's lost position to J707J. Oh, Acid Masters and Matthew Hero. Acid making the move on Matthew. Or Galaxy, actually. Sorry about that. Acid Masters and Galaxy going side by side. Oh, there's contact. Acid's going to keep ahead for now. Oh my gosh. Oh, near the door, near the door. Oh my gosh, he wrecked. He spun it through turn 6. I think that's turn 6. I got to check. Sorry guys, I got to make sure it's turn 6. No, it's turn 7. I've been calling it the wrong corner name the whole time. Does Neo have wing damage though? I think he does. Him and Lange are both pitting. So, disastrous start for Neo the Door. Tapastor has already lost 3 seconds to Bats Plus. Bats Plus? He's going to get a win as a reserve in the first race of the season, it looks like. But things can change pretty quickly, I'll tell you that. South Fudge going around the outside of Giabu. Oh, a bit of a squeeze, but it's fair. I like tough racing. Acid Masters and Matthew Hero now, or Galaxy, I'm sorry. Acid's just been passed by Galaxy. He's going to try and do a cutback here, but nothing's going to do. Or maybe he might make the move. Holy shit. Around the outside, up turn 6. Preferred line, I'd say. There could be a bit of wheel banging here. Oh, this, yeah, you got to back out. Oh, no, 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 no. What a save from Acid. I knew there was going to be contact there. It was just a disastrous situation all around. As we are 1/6 through this race. And J707J's got excellent race pace today, I'll tell you that. Can he compete for the win with Bats Plus? Who knows? Here he comes. On to Pastor. Turn 3 is his passing zone. He's passed a lot of cars so far already today. And Pastor's going to try and do a cutback. He'll get the DRS, I think. Or neither of them will. But Pastor's, oh yeah, Pastor did get the DRS, and he makes his way back by. So they're going to try and use a DRS. They're going to try and use the DRS to their advantage to try and catch up to Bats. But I think Bats is too quick. As Fudge made a move with Giabu. Galaxy and Acid Masters, every lap have been going side by side here. It's been incredible battling from these two. As Acid's finally gone ahead, and we'll see if Acid can create a gap. Lange, been passed by Neo the Door at some point. GT88T's already got a penalty. Here comes Lange in the slipstream. I'll think about a move, but he's not going to go for it. Neo the Door, he's an exceptionally quick driver, but as I said during quali, you can have all the quali pace you want, but if you don't have that race pace and race craft, you are screwed. As down into turn 1 goes Galaxy A-Ram on Acid Masters. Acid Masters, I believe, will have the DRS here. Yes, he will. And so Galaxy's going to regret that move quite quickly. As into turn 3, Acid's made the move, and here comes Matthew Hero for good measure on the mediums. Matthew's been watching this battle for the past few laps, and he makes the move on Galaxy, and he'll set his sights on Acid Masters. Further up, J707J got by to Pastor. But he's not going to be able to extend that gap too much, and I think the DRS is very overpowered on this game. Judging by how many overtakes we've had so far today, I'll tell you what, it's been a very exciting race in these first stages. We're about a quarter of the way through almost now. Not quite yet. But this race will fly by, I'll tell you that. If we keep having battles like this. It won't last to the end, but of course if we can have battles for about 25 or 26 laps, I'd say it'd be a nice race. Nice showing by the WSR drivers. Hopefully we can get more guys in through this good racing. At least that's what I hope. We can have a full grid every week. Might be difficult, but I think it's doable. That's for sure. That also starts with the viewers. Everybody needs to be tuning in to these great races. Every single Saturday at 7 p.m. I saw a lot of people left after qualifying, which is quite disappointing. But maybe qualifying's more exciting for people watching who don't know much about WSR. I don't know. But that's not going to affect my commentary. I'm still going to go guns a-blazing, at least for this first race. With the championship being so close, everybody's tied at the moment. No points have been awarded. But to Pastor, he is well into the slipstream of J707J. I think I'll make the move here. Oh, it's going to be tight though. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. J7 squeezed him into the wall. Oh my gosh. And safety car has been deployed. To Pastor is going to be absolutely furious. To Pastor. Oh, that's going to cause quite a kerfuffle in the steward's room. It's just me actually in the steward's room, I'm pretty sure. But J7, I think that looked like it was his fault to me. I mean, I'll have to see the replays, but what do you guys think watching the stream? Whose fault do you think that was? It looked like J7's to me because he moved over on him. Alright, everybody's coming to the pits, it looks like. Let's see what tires they put in. Everybody's going on mediums. Alright, I'm back. I've just been scrolling through social media because safety car periods are quite boring and I don't want to waste my voice commentating. And I tell you what, Saf Fudge, I'm not sure if the hard tire is better, but Saf Fudge might have pulled an absolute beauty here. He's on the hard compound tire, he can go to the end easily. These guys on the mediums, I'm not sure, because last game, lap 13, you go on the mediums, it was about 70% tire wear by the end, you know? So, I'll tell you what, Saf Fudge has put himself in a very nice position. Matthew Hero, I'm surprised he stayed out and didn't go on the hards. But maybe he's hoping for another safety car. But he's going to get swamped by everybody, I'd assume. Right? He's never been in the lead, I don't think, in a WSR sanctioned race. I'm not sure about other leagues. Maybe he's Mr. Dominant in whatever they call it. FRL! WRL! I don't know. So, other guys that put on hards here, it looks like J7, who might get a penalty. I think he deserves a penalty. Xiaomi, I shouldn't say that because I was steward, but it looked like it was his fault. Xiaomi on the hards, Maldonado on the hards. GT has worn out mediums along flange. And Matthew. And Neo the door on the hards. Can he do a last to first challenge? Alright, is safety car coming in this lap? I think it is. Oh, somebody's got passed. Uh-oh. Alright, Matthew Hero, let's see what he can do on those war mediums. We are back to green flag action here. Oh, he's picked up a penalty, Matthew Hero. Oh no. Another warning there for sure. Fudge just lost a ton of time on that restart. Matthew Hero got a decent jump on these guys. Bats Plus is going to waste no time at all. Is GT's wrecked? Are you kidding me? And Xiaomi has to pit. There must have been a kerfuffle at the final corner. But Bats Plus is in the slipstream of Matthew. Tapastor getting by Lange. Tapastor lost a lot of positions. What happened to him? Wing damage? Must have been. Matthew has just been distanced by Bats by almost a second already in that one corner. Really. Xiaomi pits for the sauce. And further back, everybody's around 3 to 4 tenths back of each other. About 5 to 6 tenths for some of these guys. They're already losing time. I expect Fudge to struggle, but we'll see. London, though, he's making a move on Matthew here. Matthew made an awful decision to stay out. The tire wear is absolutely brutal here. But maybe he'll be quick at the end with these guys struggling on the mediums. I'm not sure. Oh, London Guang almost spun there. Oh my gosh. He saved it though. Tell you what, good for him. But he's going to lose a position potentially to Fudge. No, he's not. He's going to go back down the inside of Matthew Hero, and he'll get the DRS here too. And it looks like Fudge will get by. Oh, it's Giabu! 3 wide! 3 wide racing! Down to towards turn 4, Giabu. He's in the slipstream of Fudge. Can he make the move? Oh, there's contact! And Giabu almost got past. Oh yeah, Galaxy gets past Matthew too. And Acid Masters. Matthew's getting swamped. And I tell you what, that strategy really isn't working out for him. As to Pastor, oh my gosh, he's sniffing right up the ass of J707J, and Lange is too. Lange is about to make a move on to Pastor. As oh no, near the door is wrecked. As oh my gosh, you guys are ballsy as hell. I would never do that through that corner. That's a huge risk. As Matthew pits now, what are you doing? Near the door, unfortunately, had to spin. Fudge, though, I think we're going to have to go more to him. Oh no, Fudge just locked up into that corner. And Giabu, he is sniffing him right now, really close to him. That's the right wording to use. But we got an awful camera angle. Fuck, thank you, shitmasters. Fuck. There we go. Giabu makes the move on Fudge with that terrific camera angle. Fudge is going to try and stick it down the inside, but there's no reason to, Fudge. Do not spin your car here. That's stupid. It's a risky situation, I'll tell you that. Matthew put on the sauce, so he's going to do a 2-stop to the end. Unfortunately for sure. Oh my gosh. Galaxy's off. These guys are having a really difficult time with spinning here, I'll tell you that. We got comments coming in from everybody. Chaos in the comment section. 3 people watching. And share the stream to all your friends. Get like 20 people in here. Get a party in here. I don't know. Let's goof off. I bet it's Caesar. The smoking man. It's gotta be. Oh, Giabu making the move on London Guaga. Nice move, Giabu. 2 Brazilians. No, it's not. Our first race on the new game went great. Racing should be free. I'm allowed to swear, man. I don't care. This is not a kid-friendly stream. It's for adults and kids if you want to watch. I'm allowed to use a few F-bombs. I'm not going to litter the stream with F-bombs, but if that's the commentary, that's the commentary, and I like it. That's some flavor. No one wants to listen to Mr. Boring. But I'm not going to drop like the N-bomb or the C-bomb, you know? I'm not that stupid. Just drop the F-bomb or shit. Fuck. Yeah. Ass. Ain't gonna harm me, dude. Bats Plus up to a 5-second lead already. London, I think he can get by. Oh, London, he is really struggling with the first corner. You know what he's doing? He's hitting that curb on the entry, and that's unstabilizing the car for the second part, which you can spin on if you get too wide. I know that from experience. Maldonado right up the back of Lange. And now, as we head down to turn 4, is he going to go around the outside or down the inside? I think we'll go down the inside as, oh, Galaxy spun at some point. And Acid Masters has just been passed by Fudge. Yeah, Galaxy is really struggling today. I mean, it's just been a bad day for him. Him and Neo the Door. I thought he had race-winning pace, but he spun too many times. Oh, Acid Masters is spun. I tell you what, that corner's catching people out. They're going too wide, I guarantee it. That is the issue. In turn 7, you see like what Maldonado did. If you do that in that corner, you're spinning every time. And it's not really the driver's fault, it's the weird physics model. And you gotta adjust your driving to that. You gotta be able to adjust your craft on the fly. And I was a champion in WSR, and I had to do that all the time. Say if I got 2 warnings, I would drive very differently to how I normally would. If I didn't, you know? I had to drive very cautiously. Maybe let a few guys go by that have penalties, but don't fight them. You know? These guys have to make in-game adjustments to that corner. They can't just keep doing the same damn thing, or else they're gonna spin again. Yeah, as you see, Galaxy spun once again. Somewhere, I think turn 1. He hasn't had issues with that corner yet. But we'll watch, we're not faster. We'll see if Fudge goes wide into here. No, he doesn't. But these guys, they're carrying too much speed in and they're spinning on the outside right there. You see what I'm talking about? Viewers? Galaxy's spun again. I think he's going to cause a safety car at some point. He's the new Sapphire of this tier. Hopefully not. He's about to get lapped, too. Yeah, he's going to cause a safety car. That's what he's trying to do. You're going to get a penalty for that, bud. I'm not putting up with that. Yeah, go. Oh my gosh! London Guaga's out. I told you! He kept spinning at that first corner, and he's caused a safety car! 2 cars out in the space of 5 seconds. My voice is starting to go. Oh, London Guaga wrecked! I told you it was gonna happen though. He kept going. He kept taking too much curb on the entry, and then he'd get loose, go a bit wide, and then he get on that other curb, and that's gonna spin you around every time. And this time he couldn't save it with ABS on. I think he's got to have ABS on. There's no way you'd save it every time. As yeah, Bats plus Pit. Not surprised at all. I'll be making highlights for this race, I think, guys. I'm gonna get my lazy ass to do something for once. As Fudge stays out. Oh boy, J7 stays out as well. You see, I think they're gonna get swamped though. Softs for Bats plus. Mediums for Faster. And for Gyabu, it's hards. So these guys are really trying all the different array of strategies. Let's get Shahomi and Lange back into the fray, I guess, if you would call it that. They were sort of out of the hunt in terms of like time gaps. But unfortunately, we've lost 2 drivers in this race. Sir Beeps, I just talked to him now. He got his time zones mixed up, unfortunately for him. But he'll watch the end of this race, I guess. So welcome, Sir Beeps, to the stream, hopefully. Oh boy, J7, he does not know how to race under a safety car, I'll tell you that. From experience, I've noticed he cannot do it at all. But Bats plus on the sauce, Gyabu in the hards, Faster on the mediums, Matthew on 4-lap sauce. Acid Masters on mediums, Neo the Door on mediums. Oh, Lange spins on... I don't know how you can spin. You can't be that dumb. How did he manage to spin under the safety car? I caught that! I'll put that in the highlights, you son of a bitch! I shouldn't say that. Unless if I have to. I repeat my sins. GT88 on the mediums and Shahomi on the mediums. So, most guys went with mediums. I think softs are possible. Hards, just, what are you thinking at this point? Why would, Gyabu, what are you thinking? He must not have changed his tire selection, Because there's no reason you go to the hards. You take the sauce. Who gives a crap if you're a second slower at the end of the race? You go so much more pace in these first 10 laps of the stint. That's not worth it, man. My voice is going on me because I haven't commentated in so long. Safety car should be in this lap. We've had 2 safety cars, 1 VSC. So maybe I'll have to change the safety car to like whatchamacallit, like less reduced. Need some water in my system so I can actually talk. Alright, I'm gonna check the comments. Matthew Hero Pit. Just stay out at that point. I mean, I guess he might not make it to the end. Your drivers need to be cleaner. I mean, they ain't too bad. They're spinning a lot on their own. It's not that, that they're dirty. Except for J7. I know he's normally a clean driver, but he made a really stupid mistake with the pastor. That didn't cause a safety car, though. It did at the time. Yeah. And then we had a few guys spin, so I don't think that's necessarily being dirty, quote unquote. You know? Who the heck are you guys? I swear I've heard of you guys. I don't keep up with the league racing scene anymore, to be honest. But I think I've heard your name. WWR. You guys must have some of our, maybe some of the drivers? Who knows? Yeah, you have Matthew, okay. I get it, it makes sense. You got some cool graphics for a league that only has 30 subscribers. Keep up the good work. You have J7 here in the comments, Matthew, Galaxy, some other guys, okay. Cool. Red flagged. Why was your race red flagged? What happened? Was there a glitch? Alright, I gotta go back to commentating the race. I almost missed the race restart trying to figure out what your league is all about. But thank you for commenting on the stream, helping us with the algorithm. We're back to green flag racing, and Bats Plus is already about to make a move on. Maldonado will go on board with the Alpine reserve driver. Oh my gosh. Maldonado almost spun, and I'm telling you what, that's not dirty driving. They're just struggling with some of these corners. And I struggle with them, and I'm a champion. So back when WSR was a lot more competitive, we had some of the fastest drivers in the world. I remember we had a European tier, and we had a guy named Julian R 2012, and he beat some of the guys in the top teams. S2V. What else was it at the time? IGK. You know, some of those really top tier teams. We had 15 to 20 drivers, and we didn't have a safety car for about 6 races in that tier. Those drivers were so clean, and that was just ghosting off too. It took about 6 races to have a safety car. It was quite incredible at the time, but unfortunately, some of those drivers stopped showing up after a while, just because it's near the end of the game cycle. We had a few stupid incidents where we had some glitches, and it wasn't really our fault, but the drivers still weren't happy. Matthew has had a spin. I think he's going to pit. Might as well put on the sauce. Bats is... Oh, yeah, Bats. He has so much more pace. Just watch the exit. He actually didn't get that good of an exit. I was surprised about that. I think he'd get a better one. But we should see Bats getting by these guys pretty soon, unless if he's not really pushing yet. To Pastor, what is up with these awful... Oh my gosh, the Pastor. Gyabu, smart move to duck and avoid that. He got back by the Pastor. Pastor slightly missed his braking point. And on this game, if you slightly miss your braking point, you're almost going off into the gravel. Oh, Neo. And I think that might have been a collision, but we'll see. Man, Neo, I hope he comes back next race and really cleans up on some mistakes, because he is a quick driver. I've never seen him race before, but I can tell you what, he's quick. He's just got to work on his racecraft. I was quick too at one point back in 2018. I sucked with racecraft. I'd always qualify in the front, man. I couldn't finish a damn race. But at some point I started to figure it out, and I started winning races. But Bats Plus, he is gonna. Oh my gosh, Bats has an excellent, excellently done. What am I saying? I'm not gonna worry about it. It's Bats Plus is in the slipstream at J707J. J7's about to go down to the inside. Oh my gosh, J7. Why didn't you just go down the inside there? Bats is really. I think Bats is trying to be cautious with these guys. He doesn't want to get into an unnecessary wreck, because these two have everything to lose. Bats doesn't really. Yeah, Bats has tons of time. He'll be on a quicker tire to the end of the race. If I am correct about that, I think the softs are better than. Oh my gosh, fudge! Dearie me, that was a weird spin. But he's gonna have to pit, and that solves Bats Plus's oh my gosh. And that stupid pit lane. Do not follow that pit lane. I don't care. At least in our league, it's not an issue. You don't have to follow the stupid pit lane, because it causes more incidents than it stops. As Bats, I told you, he was waiting for one of those guys to make a mistake, and he easily gets by J7. And now to Pastor in the slipstream at Maldonado off. Maldonado, championship contender, I think, preseason contender. He's been doing decent today, considering he started pretty far back. But is he going to have to go with his teammate J7? I think they're going to party together, and they're going to work together to fend off to Pastor by using the DRS to their advantage. Shahomi's just gotten passed by lane 69. So Matthew Hero and Fudge have lost tons of time now, which kind of sucks for them. Giaba's already fallen back to 10th. I told you those hards were an awful choice of tire. I don't know what he was thinking. Oh, Matthew here went wide, and Tapastro said thank you very much, and he went up in the 3rd place. Tapaster, oh, J7. Oh, these two, oh yeah, remember, these two wrecked earlier, so there might be some beef between these two, who knows. J7 might squeeze him a bit. J7, I'm watching you. No, you better not make it the same mistake again. As we head down towards turn 4. And Pastor made the move. He's 1.6 back from Bats Plus. Lane just on a mission too, getting past Shahomie. Will those softs be able to last to the end along with Bats? Well, time will tell. To Pastor, I tell you what, he has a chance here, because Bats' tires are going to slowly wear out more. And depending on penalties, which we're not going to check. I don't like to spoil the race with penalties. I do not. It's one of the things I've always hated, when the commentators check the penalties. We got to keep it a surprise. I think they both have 3 seconds, but we're not going to check it to spoil the race. Or we're not going to give the drivers any information about that either. We don't want to tip off the drivers that one of these guys has a penalty. As, oh, that's going to be a safety car. Watch. Rhea VSC's been deployed for GT. He's spun at the final corner. We'll have to go on with Fudge to see what happened there. As 3 retirements, they're not terrible, but especially with most of these guys being junior tier drivers, we rarely have retirements with them. They're very clean when it comes to finishing the races. I think it'll get better as time goes on. I mean, a month into the game, you should know most of the physics, like how the car is going to react to certain curves, but some drivers don't play this game all day, so, you know, it can be a bit iffy for some of them. Sometimes they'll make it through the race just based on luck. Oh, it turned into a safety car, holy shit. Hold up, can I? There's a new feature. I haven't commentated yet on this game. There's a new feature that shows like the tire wear, right? Hold up, I gotta find that, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna play around with this. Telemetry. How do you show the tire wear? Can you guys tell me? I'm really dumb. I'm really dumb. I haven't commented on this game yet. I'm sorry about it. I'll subscribe to WWRL or whatever it's called. Why not? I don't even know if they're watching the stream anymore. I hope they are. Be cool. Yeah, they are. I thought there was though, or no. That's the There's like this telemetry system that some of the bigger leagues like PSGL, if you ever heard of them, have. There's like this guy named Taz, and he's created like some sort of telemetry system where you can see the tire wear and like fuel, apparently. But you have to have like a computer hooked up, obviously, if you're PlayStation, if you want to have that. So like right now there'd be an option somewhere in the telemetry to go to tire wear, which that would be an excellent help with the game. I didn't realize that wasn't in the actual game because I've been watching some of their streams. So that's 3 safety cars today, wow. And that's what I don't get about the safety cars sometimes. I don't like that they come out every single time a person wrecks. It gets repetitive after a while. At least this track is short, you know? But you go to the longer track like Belgium, man, the safety cars are awful, and they take up... If you have 3 safety cars, it's half the race you're under safety car. That's because drivers probably wreck at Pouon, you know, Radion, I think, Eau Rouge. Sometimes you go on the inside curb and you spin. You know, those other corners, the ones after Pouon, I know you can easily spin there too on those curbs. But, yeah. Must be the camera system to change that. Yeah, there's an app. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's quite cool. To be quite honest, I don't want the telemetry up anyway. Why did they move it to the center of the screen? I don't get that as the default. I bet I can change it in the spectator menu, but I'm not going to worry about it now. Now the safety car does help Bats Plus in terms of tire wear. I wish we could check his tire wear. It's got to be around, I'd say 30% at least. I'm not sure how much the sauce wear out at this track. I'm guessing it's at least 3 or 4%. So 30 to 40% on the sauce. And then to pasture, probably 10 to 15% less wear on his mediums. So that sort of offsets their pace, the pace disadvantage that the pasture has in comparison to Bats Plus. These two finished 2nd and 3rd respectively in the championship last year, and they're both being given Amazon gift cards as prizes, $50 and $25 respectively. I know it's not a lot, but it gives the drivers something to race for, you know. It's not that much money that they're gonna act goofy about it and wreck each other, but it gives us something to race for. As we are back to green flag action, and once again the person in 4th has been caught off guard by the safety car restart. Bats Plus doing an excellent job there. As he'll probably only have to worry about Tabasco at this moment, as J7's on those hards. But down into turn 1, Neo the Door actually came out of nowhere, really. And he makes an excellent move around the outside of Xiaomi, who's going to get passed by Maldonado off as well through turn 2. Maldonado's hanging around the outside, and I think I'll make the move on Xiaomi at some point, as he's on those fresh medium compound tires. In comparison to Neo the Door, yeah, oh holy shit. Those guys on softs and mediums could catch up to these leaders. I'm not sure. Maldonado, he's still alongside Xiaomi. He's got to make the move. He's going to brake blade, I guarantee it. He's going to go balls to the wall, around the outside, baby. Alex Albon style. And he doesn't spin this time like Alex did in real life. He completes the move. And now Fudge on Sauce. Oh, Fudge, you're really pushing it there, buddy. You don't want to turn on him too much. He has the favorite line, the inside line through that corner. Sometimes I think it's the outside if you're ahead, but it's whoever's there first at the corner, no matter what lane you're in. Xiaomi's losing tons of time already. And he's going to be swamped up by these guys on the sauce for sure. Oh, down into turn 1, Fudge. That is not going to happen, man. Yeah, you should just wait until turn 3. I mean, it's really risky to make a move there. You gotta go balls to the wall if you want to make that. It'd be like Kimi Räikkönen, stone cold. Oh, Fudge. Oh, boy. That's why you have the AB. That's why you should turn off your ABS. And I'm surprised he's struggling to get by Xiaomi. Xiaomi's just putting the car in the right place. He's not making too many mistakes. He's keeping ahead. Maldonado though, he's catching up to Neo the Door. Neo the Door is catching up to J707J, and J7 isn't losing too much time to Pastor. Maldonado off. I think it's a little bit. He doesn't really have enough time left to make a run at the win, but he could at least get second, I think. I mean, 9 laps of mediums, that's gotta be a big difference, right? Considering Neo the Door is catching up to Pastor too. J7's not even losing time. Pastor's just slow in this game. He told me he was slow in the Discord, but I didn't think he was gonna be like off bats plus really. I think he's trying to hide his pace a little bit, but he really doesn't have the pace right now. Near the door. Oh, Seth Fudge did get by Xiaomi on the straightaway. That's how you do it, not in turn 1, Fudge. You would have gotten that move done a lot earlier if you hadn't made that mistake. But near the door, with this weird camera angle, he's about to make a move on J707J. Turn 4 is his destination spot. Oh, J7 with another incident with the driver there. It was a bad camera angle, so I think he turned it in him. But near the door sort of had the steering wheel straightened to a certain point where if he's going to have any contact, he's going to spin. So I'm not sure to put the blame on that yet as J7 will let Maldonado by for sure here. J7 doesn't have a penalty though, does he? He has an outside chance of the win then. But I don't think Neo will be too happy with that as, oh, there's been a wreck in the back. Matthew Hero. And another wreck. Acid Masters spins. I wouldn't call them wrecks. Yeah, Neo, he's pissed off and rightfully so. I mean, he should still continue, but he was gonna have a potential podium there. He didn't have a penalty either. Neo could have won that race. Unfortunately for him, it's over. Because J7, I think, was just a bit too aggressive there. But Lane, she makes the move on Fudge. Oh, Acid, yeah. He's off in his zone, doing his thing. Maldonado can't even catch up to Pastor, so that sort of destroyed that battle. J7's going to be in a bit of trouble. I think he's had 2 incidents that look like... Yeah, well, I think it was a fair enough camera angle to assume he might have turned it on him a little bit. He's going to be in a bit of trouble no matter what with stewards. Whether it's his fault or not, well, time will tell. Because you have to see every angle. I think Sir Beeps is spectating this, so maybe he could help me out. If he's recording it, I don't think he would be though. But it's just annoying because he would have had a really good battle for the win there, really, with Neo not having any penalties at that point. I mean, J7 still could win this. I'm not sure. Maldonado's catching up to Pastor at a pretty fast rate in knots here. Almost within 1 second. He'll be in within 1 second now. He's using that ERS battery package up a lot. Oh, Xiaomi. That same corner is catching so many drivers off. I wonder if that's what's going to happen at our next track, which is Hungary. Yeah, turn 4 at Hungary might be a bit of an issue if they're struggling here. There's a few corners there where the curbs will settle your car massively. I wouldn't be surprised if there's always a lap 1 wreck at turn 4 at that at Hungary, it seems. You know, they Maldonado off. Can we get rid of those awful camera angles? I think he's gonna send it. He's gonna send it around the outside. Doesn't have enough grip though yet. Oh, he's gonna switch back. He's going to use some of his ERS here, like some other drivers have done. But to Pastor has that preferred lane. It's not really the preferred lane. It's whoever gets to the corner first is going to have the move, whether you're inside or outside. And he's really pushing the Pastor back into the DRS of Pats Plus, potentially. He's just got to get a good corner here. And he's flying. Yeah, I tell you what, he's flying through there. And if he uses up a low ERS, he'll have DRS for the next... No, he won't. He's not catching up too much. And he's out of ERS, isn't he? Oh my gosh, that was close. And onto the final lap. Maldonado off is going to have an easy move here. Onto Pastor. Pastor will have that DRS on that second straight, or third straight. We'll watch it here. Ah, he's too far back. Oh, Lange. That's a lap car. Acid Masters. He's going for the fastest lap. Just trying to stay out of the way of these drivers. Hopefully he'll get away from them, I think. If he's quick enough. Yeah, he's getting away. He's not causing too much of a trouble, I don't think. But Lange is really pushing Fudge here on the final lap for 5th position. And will J7 get the win? I'm not sure. We'll see. Oh! Acid spun. Sadly. But as they come through the final corner, Bats Plus, will he win this race? He has a penalty. He's going to take it though. Maldonado finished within the second of him, and then Pastor was in third. But J7 will jump to Pastor and almost get by Maldonado. Lange finishes in 5th, Fudge in 6th, Giab in 7th. Shahomey, oh my, he wrecked at the final corner. Near the door. He didn't actually finish this race because he left. He'll finish 8th. I don't think he'll get points either. So, Acid Masters, as long as he finishes, will get 9th, yeah. No, he won't. Because Shahomey finished ahead of him because he was lapped. Well then. I don't know. That's confusing. I don't know why you'd wreck at the final corner. Hopefully it wasn't intentional. Alright, one more time through the finishing classification. Bats Plus finishes by 8/10 compared to Maldonado off. Maldonado, one more lap, or 2 more laps, he might have had the win. That would have been devastating for Bats Plus, who absolutely dominated this race. J77J finished in 3rd with no penalties, good for him. But he could begin a penalty post-race because he had 2 incidents. We don't know if they're his fault yet, but we'll see. The Pastor in 4th, Lange in 5th, Fudge in 6th. 7th Giabu, 8th Neodor, 9th Matthew Hero, 10th Shahomey, 11th Acid, 12th GT, 13th Leningwaga, and rounding off the field is Galaxy ARAM and 14th. So yeah, that's the first race of the season. I'd say a lot of spins. It wasn't many accidents. We had a few iffy accidents. So yeah, I mean, first race of the season, a lot of incidents, spins. Hopefully will be cleaned up next race. But it was still entertaining. We had a lot of battles, a lot of clean battles. I'm excited to see what this tier can do this season. I know we have a lot of loyal drivers for sure. But 15 more weeks left in the season. It'll fly by, I'll tell you that. And yeah, I guess that's really all I have to say. Bats takes the championship lead as a reserve. Maldonado in 2nd. He's the first of the full-time drivers with 18 points in the bag. But yeah, we'll head off to Hungary next week at the Hungaroring. A good track. Hopefully not too many incidents in Turn 4. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. And it's Flip Flop Fish signing off. Hopefully some of you guys that watched this week, like WWRL, I don't know who are you? I'm curious. Do you know us? Who's behind the account at WWRL? Is it a Russian spy? I'm curious if you're still watching, send a message. WWRL. I want to know who's behind the account. Gnome? Gnome. Aha, you raced with us one race and I think you got wrecked or something happened where you were not happy. I remember J7 told me about it. That was a while ago though. No, you're I think it's Gnome Farmer? Yeah, well, good luck to your league. Hopefully you guys do well. I subscribe to it. Maybe I'll share it for a few friends. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off now. I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully with a coach commentator, because my voice is absolutely dead. I haven't commentated in about 4 months, and I'd say I did a pretty good job. I had made a few mistakes, but and we'll work on it for sure. I should be a professional commentator. Yeah, that's what happened, man. J7 told me you were so mad about it. Yeah. Well, thank you, Gnome, for tuning into the stream and providing a lot of things to talk about, I guess. Give me a lot of talking points. Because it can be very boring if we have like 5 comments and it's like 3 people watching the whole race, you know? It's just boring. But you and some other guys provided me with some entertainment. Some stuff to talk about, and I appreciate that. So hopefully you tune in next week. And yeah, I'll sign off now. See you guys later.